Storm Track 12, tracking Ophelia coverage, is sponsored by Kellum Law Firm and Riverside Automotive Group.
And we are tracking Ophelia, officially now a tropical storm as of the 2 o'clock update with 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's still moving to the north-northwest at about 12, which is going to take it somewhere between Cape Lookout and maybe Atlantic Beach, or even could drift a little bit more to the west, but we'll keep an eye on it. 992 millibars of pressure. It's definitely getting a little bit stronger out here and trying to wrap itself in and close itself off, as you can see. Now, here's what we are looking at as far as the track is concerned. By tomorrow morning, we'll be starting to make its way onshore, and this is going to be a slow mover. So overnight tonight, we're going to remain on the north side with all that rain, that wind, that surge we've been talking about. And again, you can see by tomorrow morning making it into the area, and then by tomorrow night all the way up into Virginia. When we get up into this point, we'll start to get more of that westerly flow, and that will help empty out some of the rivers and then start to create a problem on the other side of the sound. We'll talk about all that here in just a second, but you can see by the time we get into Friday evening, this should actually start to become non-tropical as it makes its way up near Washington. We still have the tropical storm warning in effect through tomorrow for all of our counties, so be prepared to see those tropical storm conditions. You can see we do have the waves of rain coming in. We've had a couple of those to pass through, still a few more back to the southeast and the south. It will come through as we go through the rest of the afternoon and the evening hours. Let's put a live scan on and show you what we do have going on to the north. Heavier rain right now in Martin County and Pitt County, making your way back through Beaufort County. And again, those of you up in Bertie County, you're seeing the first wave actually pass through, and then to the south, you can see more of the heavier rain down East Carteret, and a line starting to make its way across. And again, we are looking at near New Bern a break right now. We've had heavier rain that's now pushed off to the north, but another line that's starting to make its way in our direction. We'll certainly be keeping an eye on that, but as I mentioned, still quite a bit of rain to the south, and all that will circulate into our areas. We go through the afternoon and evening. Could actually be some strong to severe storms with this, so we'll continue to track that for you as we head into the evening hours with the potential of tornadoes. That tornado threat basically to the east of Highway 17, but even west of Highway 17, you could see a quick spin up. But take a look. Surge warning in effect is for all the counties highlighted here, mainly because of the rivers. And again, we're talking about the Pamlico, the Pungo, and then it looks like the Neuse River back into the Trent, the Bay River. All of these will be concerns, including down East Carteret, because of the winds coming across the sound. And then, of course, the Albemarle Sound is actually going to get in on this as well. So that means for those of you in Bertie County, you may see the potential as well. And then we have the storm watch. This is a storm surge watch right along the counties that are near the Albemarle Sound on the south side beaches here, as you can see in Onslow County and Carteret County. That is a storm surge watch. So the difference, the watch, you could see anywhere from 2 to 4 feet of water level rises. And then in the warned area, that's where you could see 3 to 5 feet. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that for you. Part of the reason for backing the water up, you can see we're starting to swing around and get that flow across the area. As we get into the morning tomorrow, you see the low starting to make its way to the north. That's the little spinny action you see right here. But notice that it will go more to the south and eventually swinging on around to the southwest and the west. That will start to push the water back out. But then those of you along the areas of the sound on the Outer Banks will start to see that water coming across and could create a surge problem as well. Again, we're going to continue to track this for you and update you on the latest. And we have lots going on around the region to cover for you, and Valentina Wilson joins us over at the news desk to do a quick check out in the field and see what the reporters are seeing.
Yes, Donnie, they're dealing with rain, those bands of rain you keep talking about, and also the winds picking up too. News Channel 12's Luke Spch, who's normally doing sports, is actually out today doing some reporting on all the weather we're receiving. We're going to check in now with Luke. He is live in Emerald Isle in Carteret County. So, Luke, what are you seeing right now?
Well, if you were planning on having a good hair day, it might not be today, as what you can see here at the Emerald Isle behind me is that we're getting some rough surf. There's a lot of wind coming through. As somebody who played football for 10 years, I'm getting moved a little bit side to side based on the wind here, and it's continued to pick up. When we originally got here about an hour ago, the rain was pretty heavy, but it's slowed down just a little bit. And out here at the beach, too, for the Outer Banks, you can't see it behind me, but there are a bunch of red flags, and there's a purple, red, and double red. And the red means that there's rough conditions, to have caution and be aware of your surroundings. Now, if it goes to double red, that means everything shuts down out here on the beach. So it's just about having precaution. Some businesses have closed down here. We were earlier at the pier, and they're all locked up. But some people are more adventurous and risk taker, so they're coming down, checking out the beach. But it's certainly wet. The waves are continuing to rise as the conditions continue to go on down here.
All right, Luke, very descriptive report there. We will check back in with you during our 5 o'clock report. And we do have a few other cut-ins coming up, top of the hour again at 4 o'clock. Now, we're going to head from Emerald Isle northeast to Oriental, which is in Pamlico County. That's where News Channel 12's Amanda Denise has been getting her feet wet today. Luckily, she has some rain gear, and a photographer, Mike Belfance, is out there with her, too. So, Amanda, tell us about what's going on in Oriental.
Well, Val, the only thing, sorry, I'm going to say this is composed of possible, but my feet aren't the only thing that's getting wet right now. I'm getting drenched. So, winds are strong, heavy rain here at the Oriental Marina and
there is heavy flooding over here in this area, and if Belfance, you can actually point
here, you can see a lot of flooding in this area. So we would recommend not driving through here. We did
huge truck drive through here earlier, but he was moving really slow.
Intersection of Hodges
Factory Street, and we are near the Inland Waterway Treasury.
So we are seeing a lot of area. It looks as though the water is pushing from
here onto the street.
Again, it's very heavily flooded.
And strong rain is gushing my face, as you can see. But if you actually pan that direction, you can see that the area is pretty clear. So if you are driving over here, then this is the area that you can drive through safely. But again, do not drive over here through this area because it is heavily flooded. But we'll continue to survey this area as the tropical storm makes its way through here. But reporting live in Oriental, Amanda Denise.
All right, Amanda. And again, News Channel 12 is keeping close watch over Ophelia. We will bring you the latest information on air and online. Do check our social media platforms because the information is put there pretty much by the minute. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be back at 4 o'clock with more information.
Storm Track 12, tracking Ophelia coverage, is sponsored by Kellum Law Firm and Riverside Automotive Group.